This is Dabu7. I want you to keep your eyes peeled for a rather lengthy video that I'm going to be putting out. I normally don't do videos in this fashion so long, but it's going to be worth it if you want to see it. And I guess if I want to get the message out there globally, it's how I'm going to have to do it. These live streams we're putting out for hours at a time are only being seen by a portion of the planet. And they're so brazen that they will tell us this on the front of our channel now if we try to put a live stream as the main video for everyone to see. So just a heads up for those that follow me in my work, especially globally, a lot of live streams you may have missed and you won't even see in the list because they're hiding them from you. That's how bad the censorship is out here. And it is of the utmost importance people realize that, especially if you're not getting notifications, you're not seeing what's going on. And in terms of what I'm going to talk about here real quick, of the White House saying they're concerned about this market sell-off, I could talk about this for a long time on where this is headed. And this is drawing off of everything that we've come across throughout the years and months leading up to this. I think it's very important. It's, in my opinion, this thing's propped up, and I don't just say that on a whim. I say that because we've done story after story of these guys getting busted, drug into court, facing a judge, and not going to jail. See, most of the country right now is screaming, oh, these people need to go to jail, this and that. You're not understanding is a majority of some of these bigger banks, DB Bank and others, they've been pulled into the courtroom, given a smack on the wrist, and allowed to keep on trucking. They got caught manipulating the housing markets that a lot of people lost their money on. They got caught manipulating the precious metals that a lot of people lost money on, which is now plummeted down, which, along with any other thing, it's a good buy opportunity. But when you've lost all your money and you have no extra money on the side to buy, then what's it count? Well, the big dogs know this because they sat their money on the side, and these weeks leading up to this dump, they were playing it this exact route. These are the lessons you need to learn. Okay? These things happen in flows. The ebbs and flows, where they go up and down in these cycles of years and decades. And in some of these markets, they don't have that type of history. But in terms of the stock market overall, you heard here recently all the boom about it. It's raging, it's roaring, best time ever. And then income, the tax thing, he said, income, everybody getting higher 401k stuff, right? All this money boomed into everyone's wallets. All these companies are giving bonuses all of a sudden to all these people across the country. And you're wondering where the money came from? When you look around, in every single market around you, it's in the red. That's where it came from. Pulled all the way across the board. Bits and pieces pulled from every single market. And if you would have had any background knowledge on this, been an OG in the game, so to speak, you would have known the cycle of this time of year, so to speak, as this time of year has its own cycle. Okay? This time in a presidency has its own period of a cycle. Just in the stock market, not to mention crypto markets or anything else. So what happened here recently? They talked about wages. The dollar soared real quick. Anything that goes parabolic has to come down. Anything like 2007 follows with a 2008. Okay? You have to see this. And this thing is running hard. Then all of a sudden, boom. It falls, what the mainstream media wanted to tell you, was 666 points. Of course, it went a little higher than that, but the fact that they grabbed that number and rubbed it in your face should tell you everything. Okay, like I said, I could talk hours about this. I'm going to in another video coming up about the whole theatrics of the world stage, the markets, where I think this whole thing is heading. And I can't do it in a live stream because they're not going to show the whole world what's going on. So to keep this one under 5 minutes, their talk, the White House's talk about being, concerned, well, they also follow up by saying they're confident in the economy's fundamentals. So you have to keep that in mind, okay, on where this is going to go. If there's a huge opportunity, they're going to be buying dips. Then it's going to charge again. Problem is, some of these markets are moving in different directions at different times. Just so happens, a lot of them saw a bottom out here recently, right around the same time frame. So I'll continue to update on this. Like I said, keep your eyes peeled for that big video coming up, and I'll leave a link below. It's been Dabu7.